Blast off live.
What's the show called again?
It's like I said, some kind of tube.
So welcome to the Some Kind of Tube podcast, the Open Collar podcast. I am Iron Man. No,
Lies.
I am Cory Willis. With me is Fischel Chef. This is Open Collar for 2019. If things are going to go like this, I think it's going to be a short run of episodes.
I think we'll beat our 2018 total.
Shout out to those watching on YouTube. Oh no! Whew.
Wow.
Take two.
Come on.
YouTube.com/GoVNC. Thanks for watching. Everyone on listening on our plot. Here we go again. Take three. For those listening on our podcast platforms, thanks for joining us. So,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Although, let's see, New Year. And it's fucking cold.
It is the coldest it's been all year.
You can say like every day.
It's gonna be I take full advantage of saying that kind of stuff for the first week.
It's January 1st. Just
I haven't
look
seen
over.
you
I
since
haven't
last
seen you
year.
since last year. We haven't podcasted in almost a year.
That's right.
So yeah, it's the 10th day of 2019. This year's going as smoothly as I thought it was going to.
As last year.
Yeah, everything's the same.
Everything's the same. It's colder. It's less snowy, but that's why it's colder. And that sucks.
Yeah, I started trying to build a rink in the backyard. So I cleared all the
people shut you down for
remnants of
that.
snows. No, there's not gonna be no boards. So I cleared all the snow for we're gonna do it, and I went to start to flood it, and my hose wasn't working.
It's frozen.
I don't know. I'm thinking it got kinked, and then it froze, and then when you unkinked it, internally it was still
Frozen.
But I was looking at it, and it looked like it was like cracking and breaking in spots that hoses aren't supposed to do. They have one job, and that is to get water from A to B. And it ain't being. It's just all up in the A.
Any chief.
So I went to get a hose, and I don't know if it's because it's out of season or hoses just happen to be expensive, but it was $80.
What?
Yeah.
Wasn't the guy from Home Improvement trying to sell hoses for like $20 online? What's his name? Al
Borland, not Bundy. Different show.
He had that no kink hose that shrivels up like spinach.
I don't remember that episode.
Yeah, no, like actually him.
Well, mine's supposed to be like rubber or some kind of business.
Some kind of tube.
But it's supposed to be like all-weather, non-kinking hose of some sort. And it's 50 feet. That's like the smallest hose I could find.
What?
I think I maybe need 15 feet.
Yeah.
To go from the back wall where the tap is to the grass area where ice is going to be formed. So then I bring that home. Yeah, I got everything. I got I'd say barriers, but it's not really a barrier. It's kind of like faux walls of the snowbank and the square rectangular formation.
Nice.
And I was going to go flood a bit tonight, but it's
oh my
cold.
God, it'll freeze before the water even hits the ground. It's like minus 35 or something, I heard. Or maybe that's going to be what it's going to be overnight. Minus 25 now or something. Insane. It's way too cold for anyone.
For 2019.
For 2019. If this is as cold as it gets, I would be okay with that.
And just get warmer. Well,
someone said from here.
Environment Canada or Joe Farmer's Almanac or something said that we were supposed to, like, winter will last as long as it's supposed to, but we'll get warmer temperatures, like spring-like temperatures earlier. Like the snow's not going to go away, but it's going to get warmer sooner than it's supposed to.
But then wouldn't the snow go away?
Shut up.
Don't tell them that.
So, podcasting, talking about weather in a robe. I am like 50 years old.
Yeah, a little bit. That's all right.
Well, it's all right. Like I said, I got this. That's like I took it from Toby.
You gotta be comfortable.
Yeah, I get comfortable. It's getting a little hot though, which is ironic because it's so cold.
Well, that's the purpose of the robe. It's doing its job, unlike your hose.
Hose and robes.
Hose and robes.
Did you have a good? Well, we've been off for like a month. Not like we're on vacation. We just busy. Yeah. New job, holiday season. Another new job. Just end of holiday season.
And yeah, I didn't really go too many places over the break. And then you were around
here, there, and everywhere. See, that's like in some respects when you're younger, you think, oh, divorced families, that's two of everything. But when you have split families, your own family, and then in-law family, it's like, fuck, it's so much stuff.
There's too many of everything.
Too many. It's like that Four Christmases movie with Vince Vaughn. But no, I guess also not as funny.
Yeah.
It's fun. Like the kids had a blast. It's spoiled, but still, that's traveling. Driving here, driving there.
At least the weather wasn't too bad during that time.
Well, it was 2018 weather.
Oh yeah, that's true. Those are the days.
It's almost like it was 11 days ago.
Such a good time.
Speaking of good times, if you want some good shirts, I'd say visit 80stees.com, enter the promo code OpenCollar30 at checkout and save 30% on your purchase.
30%?
30%. It's better than no percent.
That's true. None percent?
None percent. 80stees.com. Celebrate your inner 80s kid with the raddest retro t-shirt and pop culture gear. Also, if you want to check out some movies, visit our other partner, videoeta.com, enter the code COLLAR, save anywhere between 5 to 25% off your movies. That's videoeta.com, videoeta.com. So, big day tomorrow.
What's that?
Big day tomorrow.
Big day. Big day.
Yes. New Super Mario Brothers is out.
A new game for us to buy and not play.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's going to be awesome.
Now, there's been reports that Nintendo is going to get out of the console business.
I saw that.
And thinking, again, as we were talking before going on, that the biggest games on the brand new console is going to be ports of their old console. Is that worrisome?
I don't think so. I think it's, we've talked before about how the Wii U was just, it was a good effort, but it was a bust, no matter how you really think about it. And at the same time, without it, we might not have something like the Switch, because it was essentially the precursor to
prototype almost.
And what the good thing about these games, like, yes, they are ports over or port overs, but how many people will be playing these games for the first time on the Switch? Like for me, the last Mario Kart game that I played on a somewhat consistent schedule, or consistently, was actually probably Mario Kart 64, and then maybe a little bit on the Wii. Super Smash, never. And and then the new Super Mario Brothers that was on the Wii at your place. So, like for me, all these 3 games are essentially brand new games. And I feel like that might be the case for most Switch owners. Well, because they've already pretty much passed the Wii U sales, right? They've passed the Wii U sales by a long shot.
Yeah.
And, these are the games that everyone's buying. So everyone who's playing them is either maybe played it on the Wii U, but probably not. And they're just playing it for the first time. So I see it as just a new game for their console, just like how Mario Kart Wii was a new Mario Kart from Mario Kart 64.
Right.
So I don't think it's a bad thing. What they can come up with next, I'm interested to see, but I don't really know, because so far it's been make these games. They're gonna have their top end 4 or 5 games or whatever, and then it really is usually nothing for 4 or 5 years, and then a new console comes out with those same games. But I feel like the Switch is a little different. They have a lot more indie support, and I think they don't need to rely on themselves making games as much as they used to in the past.
Then if they can get good third-party support, like from an EA,
yeah. But even ports from other games or other systems would be fine, I think, because what we've talked about before is, even if it's the exact same game, the advantage goes to the Switch for being able to take it with you. And if EA Games makes makes their Maddens and their NHLs for the Switch, I think that would be a huge kind of boost, because not only are you just getting, NHL 19, but essentially they've committed to NHL 20, 21, 22, and then you have that kind of, new game every year to look forward to. New game in quotation marks.
Well, that's what this whole thing is about. They're new-ish games. Because that was, when I was talking to former co-host Ryan, that was his big drawback as to whether or not he was going to come on board, is because he said the biggest games are the ones that because he was one of like 6 people that had a Wii U. Yeah. So he played those games already. So he's not really much of a sell point to get me to buy a new console when I have the old one with those games sitting here.
But then it's, to play with other people, he doesn't have that option. But I also feel like the games that he kind of enjoys playing are not available yet on the Switch.
Or off of PC.
Yeah. And, at the same time, if he's, he's used to PC gaming, and he's not going to get that kind of game, those kinds of frame rates and all that kind of stuff with the Switch. When you're getting it, you have to pretty much, tame your expectations a little bit to say, well, at the max resolution, it's going to be 1080, but most of the time I'm going to be playing in 720p, and you just have to kind of be okay with that. But so far all the games are, so far all the games are, it's Nintendo's thing, is they're cartoony games that don't need to be played at 1080. So it kind of works out that way.
Mario looks pretty lifelike to me.
Sometimes. But yeah, that'll be, that should be multiplayerable. That's a word, right?
Yes, it is now.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Multiplayerable. The ability to play multiplayer.
Is that a hyphenate or?
Nah, let's just make it one word. I think that'll be more fun.
Yeah, I think so. Get that on a t-shirt.
It'll be more fun if you don't hyphenate. But yeah, so that'll be fun. I think it'll be because that's one of those games that it's good to have a single player mode as well.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? If I remember correctly, and you can stop me if I'm wrong, but I'm rarely wrong, so I don't think you'll stop me. The Wii version, it just like you can play, but then pick up multiplayer. It doesn't. You don't have to start a new game.
Right.
Like if I'm playing, yeah.
You don't have to have a multiplayer game, like a multiplayer save game as well as a single player save game.
It's not like Donkey Kong where you had that a 1-player going and a 2-player going.
Yeah, that's what I like about Diablo as well for the Switch, and it's the same sort of thing where I could play my own guy, and experience and level up and all that kind of stuff. And then if you were to join in, it basically puts both of us back to where the whoever's like further back in the story. That's where we start, so that you don't miss anything. So the person who's ahead has to replay some stuff, but then all the monsters and stuff are leveled in between the two players. So so if I'm at a level 24 and you're at a level 20, the monsters will be rated at around the level 22 mark, so that it's a little harder for you, a little easier for me and a little harder for you, just because otherwise it would be like way too easy for me. So like, that's the same kind of thing where I don't have to have a separate multiplayer character and then a separate single player character. So like that'd be fun. I don't know how it would work with the online multiplayer, but I'm sure it's whoever starts the game, that's where we start, Yeah,
I hope it's not like retarded. Not bad choice of words.
Hey, it's 2019. We can do whatever we want.
It's our show. No one listens. Well, like we have this problem with the NBA game, where you have to have an online career, or if you drop offline, you can't use that career anymore. So hopefully that multiplayer is not the same way, cumbersome like that.
We'll find out tomorrow or sometime this week.
Tomorrow. So we're in a new year. It's a new beginning, and yet 2019 seems to be the year of everything ending. We're gonna have, for you, mainly the final season of Game of Thrones, the Avengers Endgame, and episode 9 of the Star Wars franchise.
It's gonna be
How depressing is that? Also heard that 2019 will also see Star Trek 4 not happening, as the film has quietly been canceled.
What's going on with that? I only recently saw something that was talking about it, and
so the article I read,
that's pretty much when I realized that I hadn't heard anything about it for a while. So
the last update prior to what I saw today was that I guess Hemsworth and Chris Pine, so the Chris's, weren't taking pay cuts for this movie. They wanted to lower the budget, so they weren't signing on. So that put everything on hold. But I think now it just sounds like they're canceling it and moving on. And I read an article. It was a pretty interesting article that said essentially that, like with the other franchise, like when they're doing the movies based on the Next Generation cast, that Star Wars is effectively what is killed it then isn't killing it now. Because if you look at the returns of, was it Star Trek Beyond?
Yep.
That came out after Force Awakens. Despite being heralded by fans and critics, it made not as much money as the ones prior to it before Star Wars came back. And we also have a new Star Trek series on CBS All Access.
Yeah, I was going to say, they could just kind of focus on that.
Yeah, exactly. They're also going to be doing a new animated Star Trek series. Apparently, I don't know how that's going to line up. They're also bringing Picard back for a new series.
Nice.
And then like Star Wars is like they have their movie coming out and subsequent spin-off films and things like that. And now
they also have a bunch of animated stuff lined up, I think.
Yeah, and then The Mandalorian going to be on Disney streaming service. So we don't need necessarily, I think, another Star Trek movie. Did you see Beyond?
The
non-J.J. Abrams directed one. I think Justin Lin directed it.
What happens in it?
So they're in space, okay, and they're trekking.
Have they been where other men have been before?
No, I don't think they have, and they were going boldly.
Boldly, interesting.
Yeah.
No, I probably have seen it.
It's memorable.
Yeah.
All I remember is that Idris Elba was the bad guy, and I didn't know who it was, but I could tell by the voice, and I wasn't entirely sure it was him. And I looked it up, and it was him, and that's all I remember about the movie.
Yeah, I'll have to take a look and see, but there's probably a good chance that I watched it. It couldn't have. I don't remember
that one time.
I don't remember it being that good though. Let's see. But yeah, I was never a Star Trek guy growing up. Anyway,
my parents were. They watched the Next Generation all the time.
Yeah, it was.
People like Picard.
It's true. Well, people like it was always a.
Well, that's what it was, right?
It was a big thing, right? It was Star Trek or Star Wars, and I was firmly in the Star Wars camp. So I didn't watch a lot of the Star Wars TV show, Star Trek TV show, and so when the new ones came out with, with Chris Pine and that, like I pretty much went into it blind. Like I didn't know.
Yeah, same here.
I didn't know much of the story, and I didn't know anything about it. So like that was
like I knew the Picard stuff, but I didn't know anything about Kirk and Spock, and so no, I dug the 2009 one, the first one.
Yeah, I like that.
It kind of played lip service to what happened prior to and the hardcore fans, but then it also went in a whole new direction for Joe Fan to come off the street, or Joe Blow to come off the street, who knew nothing of it,
and still enjoy, enjoy the movie,
and people who love lens flare.
Man, you can't get enough. I think I did see this one.
I remember the first trailer coming out and everybody thinking it looked terrible for the third one. Even Simon Pegg was like trying to defend, like the movie's better than the trailer, guys.
Yeah,
they tried to do like the sabotage thing, like they did with the first one.
He was a good. I liked his character,
Scotty.
Yeah, just I think he was cast just really, really well for that character.
Scotty doesn't know.
Scotty don't know.
I also saw that our beloved Home Alone was dethroned as the top grossing holiday movie of all time.
I don't believe it. Unless it's by Die Hard.
No, they got passed by the latest Grinch.
Wow.
Yep. The movie's made.
How was that?
It was a movie.
If you had to rank the Grinch movies.
Oh, it's the original animated one.
Yeah.
Oh, tough call.
Jim Carrey?
Yeah, probably just for me. But if I had to rank them in terms of what should a kid watch? Like I'd watch the original, then I put this one, and
then Jim Carrey.
Last. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
a lot of adult things in it, and more stuff that plays to my type of humor in that one.
In Jim Carrey's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This new one, this one's for the kids.
And it beat Home Alone?
Yeah.
How
like
dare
if you do inflation and then asses in seats, obviously that they pales in comparison, but in terms of hard dollars right now. Yeah, it just passed it. It's almost 500 million.
They should just re-release Home Alone every Christmas for theaters.
Sure they will. Experience it in IMAX.
Yeah.
I can feel that paint can drilling me in the face.
It'll be like those 4D theaters where they, you know, spray you with shit and stuff, and just kind of just a bunch of like.
Dude, I would totally see that movie in 4D. That'd be the greatest thing in the world.
God, why is it so hot on my head? Oh my God, there's an actual blowtorch.
Just when you get like the BB freaking pellets in the groin, or when he throws the firecrackers in that pot to confuse the. Did you see the Google Home thing?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that was so good. I'm so glad they kind of hooked up with Macaulay Culkin for that.
Yeah, too bad they didn't get like Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern to show up at the end.
That would have been ridiculous. Like, are they even alive? I feel like
their careers aren't.
Right.
I think they're still kicking. It's like, no, those careers died a long time ago.
Long time ago. Oh, right after Home Alone 2.
Pretty much. When the wet bandits became the sticky bandits, you knew it was all over.
That's right. You can't just rebrand. I was going to say, so other movies looking forward to this month.
In January?
Yeah. Anything?
Not that I can think of. I'm looking forward to season 2 of Punisher coming out next week.
Is it next week?
This next Friday the 18th.
Oh, when the Mario game's coming out.
Oh, that's tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah, they just dropped a new trailer for that. I think yesterday or today. I watched
that. Looks pretty
very Punisher-y.
Like gruesome.
Gruesome twosome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know of any movies this month.
I did see Into the Spider-Verse, and I think that there is a possibility that it is my favorite Spider-Man movie
this year,
beating Homecoming.
Oh, and Far From Home is this year too,
and Spider-Man 2. So yeah, we'll see. But it was really good. I really enjoyed a lot of aspects of that movie. It might be one of those ones that I get the physical copy of for the extra features. But again, that time will tell for that one.
Cross that bridge when you get to it.
Yeah. But it was fantastic. Visually, just one of the best movies I've seen. And story was good too. And, you know, pacing was good. Humor, actually, like just everything. The soundtrack's amazing. Everything was just really, really, really good. And so...
is it better than Avengers Infinity War soundtrack? With that one song?
Yes. For me, it wasn't better than Infinity War, because I'll probably keep watching that until Endgame comes out, and then just watch them back to back. But this Spider-Man movie, like as soon as it comes out, there's a really good chance I'm gonna pick it up to watch it.
You know what I would like to do
more times
when Endgame is out, like digital or whatever. I want to edit the two of them together into one movie,
and just have a
when it fades out,
hour long.
Oh yeah, when it fades out on Thanos at the end, I'll just have it fade into the beginning of the next movie.
Yeah, well,
just keep it going.
I would love that to happen for, you know, just the whole Marvel universe so far in order. Like when they do flashbacks and stuff, just play that first. Like if it could just get recut to play everything in the order that things happened, and just have a,
it's a big file,
40-hour supercut of everything. Oh, it'd be even more than 40, like 45-hour supercut. That would be amazing.
I should scour the internet and see if somebody cut like the end snap and Infinity War and like edit in the parts from Ant-Man just to have like in the second one where like the
end,
the
post
credit scene. Yeah. Just incorporate it all together.
Yeah. I'm still excited for what they do with Captain Marvel. I think it seems like it's heading towards the direction of like, holy shit, this is gonna be a good movie.
Her voice bothers me a little bit though.
Yeah, I'm sure she won't.
It seems a little high pitched, but it could be like how I'm listening to it, like on my phone.
Yeah.
The one movie was this month was Glass, but I hear it's shit.
Which one is that? Oh, with is that it's not M. Night Shyamalan?
Yeah.
Oh, it is
M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong. Yeah.
Oh, he hasn't done anything good in a while, eh?
Well, this is coming off of Split. Did you see Split?
That one was good. I enjoyed Split.
Yeah.
Wait, is this like a not a continuation, but like part of that sort of like Unbreakable Split?
Yep. This is the culmination of those movies.
All right, then I might have to check it out.
And then nothing until the Lego Movie 2, the second part.
And when's that?
Streets. February. Febtober, the 8th.
Nice.
Oh, did you check out Once Upon a Deadpool?
No.
No interest?
No.
Saw it once, that was enough?
Yeah, well, no, I think I watched Deadpool 2 again, but I didn't really need to. Yeah, I didn't really need to watch a watered down version of the movie.
The best review I saw of it was, "This is the best theatrical release of a DVD special feature."
Nice.
And like I'm like, oh, okay, because yeah, it's like I think they take the 2-hour plus movie, cut it down to an hour and a half, and of that hour and a half, like 20 minutes is the Fred Savage, the framing device. So yeah, they could have just put this on the DVD, but like they gave it credit for releasing it and having the money go to charity, and
so that's always
good.
Yeah, fudge cancer.
Oh, we can say it on the show.
That's true.
Any interest? Didn't check out Aquaman?
No.
I don't want to see Aquaman.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't care if they say if it's the best DC Universe movie. It doesn't say much.
It was like, low bars are,
Yeah, it's like season 2 of Iron Fist is better than season 1.
Exactly.
It's like, well, it can't get any worse.
I'm excited for Suicide Squad 2, only because of the James Gunn of it all. But it's one of those things again where my hopes are high, but my expectations are still fairly low. Like I want it to be a good movie, but we both know how it's going to be. I would love to be surprised. I just don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're really going to do with it.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're the main kind of plot turning bad guys into good guys. The
only thing I enjoyed about Suicide Squad was the honest trailer for Suicide Squad.
That one was hilarious
because it correctly points out that like 90% of that movie is them explaining that they're the bad guys and they have to be good guys, or explaining who this person is and what their agenda has to be. Yeah, it's constant exposition throughout the whole movie. and then
one
Harley Quinn nonsense.
Yeah, God.
Yeah,
and like they're gonna play
the bad
her
guys.
Up. They're gonna play her up so hard in this movie too, or in Suicide Squad too. Whatever. Still probably go see it. So annoying.
Curse you, cinematic experiences and taking my hard-earned dollars.
Things.
Been watching a lot of Netflix.
You have?
Myself over the break. Watching a lot of true crime docuseries.
Anything good?
I watched The Innocence Man. It was 6 parts. It's it's hard to say a docuseries is based on a book, but it's like John Grisham wrote a book about like these crimes in this city in Oklahoma, and then basically the series is about it. It's about 2 murders. People confessed to it. They got convicted. Turns out they didn't do it. Well, at least one for sure was proven. The other one they're still appealing on. But it was interesting. And then I watched Evil Genius as well. That one's about a bank heist in Erie, Pennsylvania. It's the heist itself is kind of like, or should I say the heist itself, the victim of the heist, it was kind of set up almost like a saw trap. The guy had a neck collar that was a bomb, and it went off. And then it was just the rest of it's trying to figure out what the hell happened. I thought that was very interesting. I can't watch them at home, though. Ashley says they're too scary.
That's fair. It's reasonable.
Well, like, these are all solved crimes. So, like, not like these people are out there, like the Zodiac or what have you.
Yeah, that's true. I have recently started watching Big Mouth, finally, after it being on my Netflix to-watch list for, I don't know, since it came out.
How is that? Because I can take or leave Nick Kroll most times.
It is good. It's, it's Family Guy, and, it's just that kind of...
Old Family Guy or recent Family Guy?
I have not seen recent Family Guy, so I'll go with kind of old. But just like, it's just crude humor.
Is it crude for the sake of crude, or
it's crude story-wise? It's all about kids going through puberty and stuff like that. So there's just a lot of hormonal things and awkwardness, but they're not afraid to just say it. So it's funny and it's good, but I could totally see it not being for everyone. And then once I finish up with Big Mouth, I'm going to finally get started on Disenchantment.
I thought you were going to say Rick and Morty.
Yeah, I mean,
because I have that.
So many people have told me
I haven't got to it either. That's the same thing I've heard from.
Everyone's like, "Oh, this is your kind of show. Is right up your alley." Yeah, I'll get to it.
That is when someone says that to me. Nope, I'm not watching out of spite.
Yeah,
don't tell me my tastes.
Most of the time, it's like, yeah. I mean, I can see how you might think that this would be up my alley, but I don't love it.
Long time ago, I can't remember. Someone told me that. I can't remember who it was, but they're having a conversation with another coworker. And I guess I came up and like, oh, does he watch Corner Gas? Oh. And she's like, no, I'm pretty sure he doesn't. Like, what? Like that's such his humor. First of all, it's Canadian programming, and nothing against Canada, but I don't like Canadian programming, mainly because it's too Canadian. They try so hard to prove that they're Canadian with the tropes and all that stuff like that.
Yeah, because they want us to watch and be like, oh my god, that's like me.
Yeah, and second of all, that show looked terrible.
Yeah, also that's not like me.
No, not at all.
By you doing that kind of stuff and saying things like this or whatever, like that makes me be like, Canadians.
Exactly. Aside from having to possibly sometimes go inside the convenience store when I'm getting gas, that's the only similarity between a corner store and gas station that I have.
Yeah.
Like I've watched a lot of Just for Laughs and things like that, and I've seen Brent Butt stand up, and no, sir.
Nope, doesn't do it.
I do not find him funny.
It's
at all.
And I know lots of people that really enjoy the show. Ian, if you're listening, I don't know, man. I don't get it. It's just not for me. But you know,
have Ian on and explain Corner Gas and why people seem to enjoy it so much that they brought it back as a cartoon.
I can get Ian on the show. He can defend Corner Gas for a little bit and go from there.
Or at least attempt to.
While we just shoot him down at every sentence.
Just, nope.
Wrong.
That is, you are incorrect, sir.
We'll just have that clip of Donald Trump being like, wrong. Just at the end of every sentence. Wrong.
Look at the soundboard back.
Back in action.
That is false. Just have like the every time you say something. So, not to say that the All-Star game is garbage in hockey, but did you see that they've made the All-Star jerseys out of garbage?
I did not.
They're made of recycled material from stuff they pulled from the ocean. So the jerseys are literally made of garbage.
That's good, right? Like a good like 0.000000001% of the ocean is cleaner.
Yes, that is always good. And for the first time, the All-Star jerseys have the teams, all 31 teams on the front.
I did see that. I read something about that. That's pretty cool, I guess.
And they're all like monochrome colored.
We've talked about All-Star games before, and there's nothing that has really changed my mind about the uselessness of, not the uselessness. Like I understand what the game or what the All-Star game is for, but like it's not fun.
No.
Anymore.
We're not kids is the problem.
Well, yeah, I mean that could be it too. But like I remember being in my 20s and enjoying All-Star games. Like the basketball All-Star game is probably still, it's my favorite.
Yeah, I would put that. I'd go NBA because of the slam dunk stuff. I'd go MLB because of the home run derby.
The skills competition for the NBA, like the 3-point contest, the obstacle course kind of thing, and the dunk contest. The rookies versus sophomore games, I could take it or leave it. It's whatever. And the All-Star game itself is, it's fun to watch a game with no defense, a game with less defense.
Yeah.
Hockey, I don't know. Like it's just not that fun of a game to watch. And the baseball one, while it might not be fun to watch, it's exciting to watch it because there's actual stakes involved. And maybe that would change if hockey had those same stakes where the winner got home ice. Maybe it wouldn't be as much of a shit show as it is, but since that's not the case, well, it's not that fun to watch for me. Even their skills competition, I used to enjoy it a lot more. The hardest shot and the fastest skater are still pretty cool, but I feel like the obstacle or whatever, they've just changed too much of what you have to do.
Yeah, like the breakaway challenge when everyone's trying to have like the hilarious or like the best breakaway shoot. Like it's like trying to do the overzealous dunk and you're constantly missing. After a while, it's just like, okay, he batted it out of air, but it got stopped, so
it doesn't matter.
Plus, we see that like almost on the regular now in the NHL.
Yeah, it seems like every day I wake up with a notification from NHL being like, you can't believe so and so scored this impossible goal, or so and so with hand-eye coordination, blah blah blah. Like, okay, it's becoming a thing that just happens all the time. And yes, it's one goal out of the 100 that got scored every single night. But still, when it happens every single night or like when your plays of the week are all just
plays of the year.
Yeah, plays of the year, then it's less fun.
For me, for the All-Star Game as a kid, I always enjoyed it because, oh my God, you're seeing Wayne Gretzky and this guy, like all the big names playing together. But now teams are so stacked, it's just another game.
Yeah, exactly. And it's
and a less entertaining game.
I didn't really pay too much attention to it, but how are the teams? Is it 2 people pick captains or 2 captains? And
no, now they do the 3-on-3. It's each division has a captain, and then they pick their teams from the people voted in.
Okay, that too.
But Ovi's not going.
Why? Oh yeah, I think I saw that. But like, there's probably going to be lots of people that.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are not going.
Not going. But like, and that's another thing is there's so many players that don't want to do it because it's just not worth.
Not worth their time.
It's not worth their time. I'm sure that they also get that it's to promote the league and whatnot. But if you don't know who Ovechkin is and only find out at the All-Star Game and then think, oh, maybe I'll start watching hockey. Like,
joke's on you.
Yeah, there's nobody's like that. If you're not watching hockey already, an All-Star Game is unlikely to get you to start watching it.
No, and then you're having it in cities that already have teams. So
yeah,
I don't know how well that would play if you had it like, oh, the All-Star Game is in Kansas City this year where there is no hockey team, but they have a nice big hockey type arena. See how that goes. Gauge interest for expansion.
Yeah, like
Quebec City.
Have it in Seattle. Like, get them amped up for hockey again.
Well, they already said today that they will have an All-Star Game at some point.
Yeah.
And draft.
Have one in Quebec City.
Well, they're foaming at the mouth for a team.
Like, that. Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter wherever they have it. It's gonna sell out and everything, but take a chance and put it somewhere where there's no hockey team, and if it still sells out, then you have a bit of a winner.
Chicken dinner.
Winner. All right. I'm not sure how long it's been.
Long enough.
It's been an hour and 10-ish.
We had a little preview of the movie Fair this year. I rewatched the trailer for Dark Phoenix.
Oh yeah, and
no, thank you.
Yeah,
I already saw this movie back in 2006. It was called XMen Last Stand. The only difference here is there's no Wolverine.
It's also like, why are they? I mean, I guess it was finished or close to being finished. That it didn't make sense to scrap it, but with Marvel getting X-Men back, it's it's just going to be one of those. It's going to be like the last disappointing X-Men movie. Just like one more disappointing X-Men movie.
Yeah, they got me with when they did First Class. And I was still interested when they did Days of Future Past. But no, Apocalypse really killed it for me.
What happened in Apocalypse?
So there's this guy called Apocalypse.
Right.
And he was going to destroy, I guess, the Earth or something. And they had to stop him. It was one of those things. It was just like the other ones they've done. He had to use Charles to get his plans going. Like they did in like all the other X-Men movies.
Other one.
But like this case, like we know who Jean Grey is, but in this series, they brought her in haphazardly in Apocalypse, and at the end, they kind of shows that she's got the Dark Phoenix powers, and now, hey, this movie's about Jean Grey.
Yeah.
So again, they did the same thing as she already had the Phoenix in her, which again is not how they did it in the comics. It's what they did in the third movie, X-Men Last Stand.
Yeah,
I don't know.
We'll see. I mean, we won't. But
we'll all see.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll see.
I can remember. I don't think I did this on Ryan's last show, but we'll throw
Animal stories? You did.
bad dad joke.
Animal stories you did. We replaced it with the animal story.
Yes. So the first bad dad joke of 2019. What did the ocean say to the shore?
I know this one.
Nothing. It just waved.
Well,
hey! Okay, so that is open collar for this 2019. No, for this week. I'm sure there'll be more. That's it for the year. We'll see you in 2020.
See you next year.
Follow the show, facebook.com/opencollarpodcast, Twitter and Instagram, opencollarpod. Shoot us an email with any suggestions, comments, concerns. If you have any good recipes, let us know.
Okay.
And that is opencollarpod@gmail.com. For Michelle, this is Cory reminding you to keep it casual.